ASMR.
There we go.
You could pull that whole thing this direction if you wanted to. Just toward the chair. Just stuff it under.
Manhandle it, Kyle. Come
Whoa.
on.
Oh, and we're in. Kyle's going to have to adjust his microphone real quick.
It looks dark over there.
Excellent.
Well, that's because we put all the lighting on you. If you noticed, every light in the entire room is pointed at
There we
you.
go. How about that?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Stand up. Sit up straight.
Jim was up till 2 a.m. pointing all the lights right at your seat.
He's like, let's put Kyle in the corner in the dark.
Yeah, in the dark.
Wearing all black.
It's
Yeah.
a vendetta because you're just so much taller than the rest of us.
It's true.
You're wearing all
Bring me
black
down a
too.
notch.
Yeah. Sorry, that's sea foam at the bottom. No, what is that?
I don't know. It's like a tie.
Black?
It's
Black
a-
that
it's
she
a
doesn't know how to
something-
wash.
It's like an acid
That's true.
stain,
You washed
though.
it incorrectly.
No.
You washed it with your socks.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
The best thing to start the podcast straight.
This is the stream.
Ooh.
That's the real ASMR to let the world know that caffeine flowing like wine in the Roman times.
I don't have any.
What would to be around at that time? Imagine.
I think if you're rich, it's fucking dope.
Let's just imagine we are.
Yeah, no,
Let's not be the.
I think
know.
it was probably better than being rich now.
I
I think wine is literally just flowing.
I think so, but if the peak of being rich is just you getting more wine, then I think this now time is better.
I think there's prostitutes and other bennies.
Yeah,
as well.
that's same now.
probably
Not servants, prostitutes.
Yeah, you get cream of the crop nowadays, dude. All around the world.
That's true. The internet really opened the prostitution
That's,
market.
that's what I'm saying. You do whatever
Yeah.
you want
No,
nowadays.
you're
dude.
correct. I do think that it was probably easier because, like, the competition of business, like, it's Johnny the Butcher. It's not like 20. It's not Whole
Oh,
Foods
yeah,
versus
yeah.
what, right? So,
Yeah.
like, not that Johnny the Butcher's rich, but if you own some property or you're born into the right family, now you just cruise. Maybe you got to do a couple appearances and these fancy dinners and learn how to dance or something, but otherwise, I think you're just chilling. Where now, even if you're born into a rich family, I guess if you're born into a rich family, nowadays is probably better than being rich. Like Bezos' kid is probably chilling, but Bezos has a lot of stress and shit to do.
Yeah, it's that generational wealth that makes
Yeah.
It makes for drug addicts for sure.
Or what's his name? My favorite, Chet Hanks.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Jamaican
Jeez.
rapper. He
Yeah.
can do whatever
yeah.
he wants.
He woke up on the wrong continent.
He's a Jamaican.
Oh, yeah. Dude, where's my car?
I love that guy.
The thing is,
Some of his
too, though,
interviews are so funny.
Chet, right?
Chet, yeah.
He's like a really good-looking dude. Like he
No.
seems like
I think he tried.
Jamaican rapper, man.
No, I think he tried to act and stuff.
I think he was in some movies. Had to be.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Do you know what we're talking about?
I have no
No
idea if
idea.
he said
Do you know who Tom Hanks is?
Yes.
It's his kid.
One of
Oh.
his kids.
And there was a controversy where he, I think he has a Jamaican rap song. And he put on the voice, and then everyone got mad at him for appropriation and shit.
Yeah,
But then he
of
said, like,
course.
his cousin or his friend, or I saw an interview. He's like, someone he knew was Jamaican, and then they wanted to teach him, so he, like, learned.
yeah, I feel like he isn't appropriating it.
Yeah.
I feel like you're appropriating it if it's in like a negative light almost.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if you're making fun of.
Yeah.
you
No, but he
respect it.
loved it.
But if you're like celebrating it, I don't know.
Otherwise, I'm like the #1 appropriator.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's like if we have all these cultures all around the world, it's like why can't everyone like celebrate them in a cool way? Like, oh, I didn't know they did this. So look at this garb they have on. Like, oh, that's
Yeah,
sick.
but when you say it, in
No, when you start-
America,
Yeah.
it's like Benny's though, right? Like we're all a melting pot. Well, then
Yeah.
why can't we melting pot?
Because people want to be mad at everything, at something.
Damn, dude, even the youngin knows.
Like, she's got the leg up and everything. She's
Yeah,
like
she
because
said
everyone wants to
people
be
just
mad
wanna
at
be mad.
at
Yeah.
everything. No, that's true.
No, you're not wrong.
She's getting in the pocket now for
Yeah.
sure.
Colin Hanks. I forgot about Colin. He's a murderer.
Who's that?
It's his other kid.
Those
in,
are
in
his two
Dexter.
kids?
In Dexter, he plays the
Oh,
creepiest
I'm like-
character.
Yeah, Colin Hanks grew up here in Sacramento.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I
really?
knew that
What?
too.
Yeah.
Colin looks way more familiar.
Wait, he looks like fucking Tom.
I didn't even know Tom Hanks had kids.
Kind of.
What, you think he was infertile? That's a
No,
hell of an
I just
assumption.
don't think
There-
about Tom Hanks.
Look
having
at right
kids.
above that. Look at the picture of Chet. So-
yeah,
That's the
Are they-
one, dude.
Are they full
Look at
blood
that.
brothers?
Yeah, they got to be. Oh,
They're
I
half.
don't know.
They're half.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
don't know.
they just look.
Oh
That
my
might be a
God.
little appropriating right there,
Is
just
that
based on
him?
that pic.
Oh my god.
He's a rapper.
I don't know what he's doing in that.
So this was a year ago, though.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, no, this was a year.
Oh, it's a year ago.
White
This
Boy
is
Summer
sick.
was a year ago.
So-
White Boy Summer was the
Yeah.
other controversy.
Yeah.
And then
that was like a TikTok, Channel 5 News.
yeah.
That was Channel 5,
Yeah.
I think.
No, they're the ones that did the interview I'm talking about, though,
Yeah.
for sure. The song
Yeah.
was on his own, I think.
Oh, no. There's a random guy that's saying, like, White Boy Summer, and it says, like, get you a thick Latina this summer.
I forgot what he said, too, in the interview, where, like, someone would say, like, and I say it, where, like, I'm, like, trying to think of an example.
Look, he said, stop hate, guys. Come on.
Or, like, thick. I'll say, like, yeah, man, we're all thick. Or, like, you got to be thick to kick it here. I'm like, well, thick's a mindset. Or fat. We talk about
Yeah.
fat being a mindset. And I really do mean it
like
that way.
pH fat or?
Any of it, you know,
Okay.
like fat, you know, whatever. Thick. Like, thick's one we use.
I feel like pH fat is
Yeah.
so incredibly old.
I love that
No,
word.
it is.
it's
It's one of
like
my favorite words.
It's like PHAT fat parenthetical archaic now because it's so old.
Fat Farm was a company with pH
I
fat.
love the word fat like that.
I do
Why?
It's like,
too.
oh, she got a. It's just funny.
You could
It's
say
such a
fat
funny
ass, but
word,
you don't
yeah.
mean like fat.
Yes,
That's like a nice
That's what I'm
ass.
thinking. pH.
Yeah, I like pH too. No, pH, dude. But
Yeah,
thick,
yeah, yeah.
thick is my example. Where like, oh, thick's a mindset. Like if you got that mindset, or you want to, you know, get big or whatever. You're in here. I don't think you can do that with White Boy Summer, but he tried. He said no, like White Boy could be anybody. I'm like, no, White Boy's pretty descriptive.
Universal white boy.
It's like it's everyone's summer. I was like, is it? I think he took it.
I like how his name is Chet Hanks with an X.
With an
That's
X.
pretty good.
But that's something his dad uses too, though.
Oh,
oh,
does he?
really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
was gonna
funny.
say pretty
Yeah,
creative.
that's how his dad signs shit.
Oh, that's
J
funny.
and X. Yeah,
No.
his dad collects typewriters, and that's like.
I
Does
bet
he have a good connection with Tom? Like.
Oh, I don't think so at all.
Oh, really?
With Tom.
I know.
First name basis.
Yeah, I think
What am I
they're-
calling him? Mr. Hanks?
Mr. Hanks. Yes, that's Mr. Hanks to you.
I bet you Tom Hanks is interesting as fuck.
I would think, yeah, probably so. But I would think that the like estranged relationship is probably Tom and Colin because Tom lived here, married somebody here.
In Sac?
Yeah, got divorced, left
Mm.
behind mom and the kid,
Yeah.
and went off to become famous.
Oh, he lived here before he was famous.
Yeah.
Oh. Why is it? Because I was going to say, there's been like random folks that lived here. Like Eddie Murphy lived in Granite Bay for a long time.
Yeah.
and
I
then
saw his house when he was living there.
Yeah, I think one of my
not on the
friends-
inside, of course. Just
One of my friends,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know, I thought it was a cell phone.
Oh,
it's the neighbors.
neighbors.
No. I think that was somebody hitting a PR. I think that was
Oh.
our siren.
Nice.
Our
All
PR
right,
siren.
that's all right. We're okay with that.
That or a
Sea
nuclear
bass.
missiles
Yeah.
Yeah.
drop.
Anything can
Well,
happen
I guess
right now.
that's the only interjection that's appropriate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
that's
a
very
PR
good.
in the gym, right? I mean,
There you go. We have a siren for those of you who don't know. If you hit a
Yeah.
PR,
The other is Denzel. Denzel lived here for a while.
yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Denzel.
God
Please
damn
finish-
it.
please
Yeah.
say it.
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's two.
yeah.
Denzel, Virginia.
Who else were you gonna say? Denzel who?
Yeah.
Oregon.
Right.
Denzel,
Oh,
Oregon.
No, that's some Zoomer. That's
no,
a
no.
Zoomer take.
There's only two that come in Washington and Curry. I don't know who they. I don't know
It's true.
specifically details.
There
of
is
them.
only two.
Have you seen Training Day?
No.
Have you seen
What's like
American Gangster?
We're,
Have you
we're,
s-
we're gonna do a private series, not a private series, but like a paywall thing or something like that, where we watch movies that y'all haven't seen, including Mike.
Yeah, there's a lot I haven't seen.
Yeah, we're gonna.
But there's a lot I almost guarantee I won't like too. You know what I
Why?
mean? I don't know. I'm
You're just a hater.
That's true.
There's that.
That yeah, for sure. But at least I know it.
Fine.
That's way better than a hater that don't know it.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
For those of you who have not read the description for this episode, we're here with Avi and with Kyle.
Don't
Hey.
wave, dude. It's an audio podcast.
No, it's video. It's going to be.
Yeah,
you can
We're
wave.
live, actually.
Oh, is it mainly audio? Well, I just waved, so.
No, it's we got cameras.
I'll
right
wave
here.
with-
Asterisk
my voice.
wave asterisk.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Exit scene left.
Yeah, we might do some hot takes. So, like, if you got a real hot take, just go right for your camera. Like, your camera's there.
I got the
Yeah, yeah,
crazy
camera's
one.
there.
And this might like tread lightly, but I don't really care anymore. So we got some mental health stuff going on with our boy Kanye West. And to begin this rant, Kanye West basically the whole thing. I mean, obviously this Skeet stuff's been going on forever. He's been talking shit on poor Skeeter, and then it kind of transferred into the design stuff, which is like I kind of took his side in some part where he designed a bunch of stuff for Adidas, obviously, and who knows what their contract looks like. And it's very common in the fashion industry where you get this big designer, you sell a bunch of shit. Like Kanye literally turned around Adidas in a lot of senses. But they make these slides and they make these boosts or whatever. And then Adidas takes basically that same format, dumbs it down, and now sells a lesser version of it, right? So like the Kanye slide, I'm making all this up off the top of my head, but it's $180. Then they basically make the Adidas only slide that's $100 and based off of that silhouette.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that was part of the issue here. And same with like Balenciaga, or maybe not Balenci, he was friends with the main designer, but Gap, a bunch of these things went down. And so that's what started Kanye's first rant, is calling them out, saying like, I don't want to work with you, I'm going to sue you for everything you own, I built you, all this stuff. But then he goes on and gets into some more political realm, right? With, talking about running for president, a lot of racist comments that have been thrown around. And then a week later, Adidas and Gap terminates his contract.
Yeah.
Which is a PR move on their part, but they're also just giving him what he wants.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did he want?
Like, I'm getting canceled.
He wanted out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this a game? Is he going crazy? Like, that's where it's treading lightly. Like, I don't ever want to downplay someone's mental health, but also,
Or is it 300 IQ?
is it 300 IQ?
Yeah.
I seriously doubt that part. But can it be both things? Absolutely, it can be both things.
Yeah, I don't know if I doubt. Like, as soon as he starts to not trend anymore, he'll come up with some shit to make sure that his name's in everyone's mouth.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think you got to be smart to do that,
No.
though.
Everyone would do it then.
I mean,
Yeah,
you could,
but then why isn't everyone else doing it?
you would notice when your mentions are going down, and you just do whatever the next fucking crazy thing is on your list.
But not
People
everyone's
try.
willing to do that.
Yeah, that's true too. I think not everyone's
Like,
willing
I'm
to
not.
tarnish their name.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy because you'd be tweeting some wild things.
That's
Yeah,
crazy because I
we
don't
saw
have
that.
a Twitter.
Yeah.
So it's not me, obviously.
She's trying to keep her name clean already.
Mike
This
tried-
early into the
no.
game.
Why are you
dude.
lying to the
Mike,
audience?
No, you created a
We got the
Twitter for me.
receipts. We got receipts over here.
It's
dude.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, conventional ballers. Losers.
Sumo's actually harder than conventional.
No, exactly.
That was Nadim's hot take. If we want to jump topics,
He said sumo's harder.
I think it's harder because
Isn't it? There's so
Yeah, I
many.
knew we'd wrap
Isn't
her
it
up.
so many factors involved?
sumo, yeah, it's way more technical. So I was telling you about this. When I'm pulling conventional, I don't have to think about anything besides pulling. Literally, that's it. And I could grind more, like for some reason, on conventional, and it
Probably
just feels
balance.
easier. Yeah, that's true. Like being more compact versus like sumo. It's so easy for your hips to get out of position,
Yeah.
and I have to focus so much. Like setting up takes a long time for sumo, and then mentally preparing. But for
so you want like bonus points because you pull sumo?
no, I'm
You
just,
want a pity party?
People just don't know that.
If you have a hip shift,
I don't care. who-
don't pull sumo because you'll put the weight down on your foot.
Yeah, and it'll be so obvious. And the heavier you go, the more detrimental it is during your pull.
So you would say sumo is harder than conventional?
I think it's more technical.
That's a bit good because that was my argument with Nadim. I was like, well, you can't say harder when
Right,
a
it's
lot
more
of people
technical.
do lift more weight that way.
Yeah.
Is it a more difficult technique or motor
Yeah.
pattern? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get the technique down, you can pull more.
Yeah,
But-
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
So conventional is
Argument.
easy for cheaters.
conventional is more simple.
I would say conventional is aim assist. Sumo is mouse and keyboard.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if she's there. Are you there?
Well, here's the thing.
But
I'm
that
really-
is pretty good. No, that is pretty,
Pretty
good.
good, dude.
No, it is
Yeah.
pretty good. It is pretty good for my game.
Where are my
It
gamers?
is
There's
good.
got to be a gamer out there,
least
right?
one,
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
No, that makes sense. It makes sense. And
And Candy Crush doesn't count for those listeners.
Yeah,
We're talking
We're
real
not talking
gamers.
mobile games. All right, we're getting serious around here.
It's funny because I suck at mouse and keyboard. But,
But
that's,
you're
in this case
you're
that's
ill
sumo.
at sumo.
Yeah.
Are you good at controller then?
Yes, kind of.
Don't
know what
say
good
yes
is.
and then come hop in with me and Kyle.
Well, I
We're
thought-
in the semi-pro league.
I thought
We're
that
in the
was
semi. We're in the Flint Tropics.
Yeah, we
League.
are the Flint Tropics esports team.
I'm Jackie Moon over here. Okay.
She doesn't know that either.
Oh, she doesn't. God dang it, she doesn't know that either.
I don't know either, so just.
The Will Ferrell movie.
No, when you say
Semi-pro.
Will Ferrell and movie, those are things that I don't do together.
Oh God.
What do you mean?
He
doesn't like Will Ferrell.
I don't like Will Ferrell.
Damn, because that movie goes.
Don't
hard.
tell Dan because he's related. in
He's
some
part of the
way.
family.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You told me
Yeah.
about that.
I was hanging out with his sister-in-law.
It's basically
Oh,
our
yeah.
uncle. Will Ferrell's basically.
It is
our
Uncle
Yeah.
Farrell.
Yeah, yeah.
Uncle
Yeah.
Willie.
Yeah.
I like Will Ferrell as a person, much better than I like him as any character he's ever played.
How about Adam Sandler movies?
Same.
He's coming to SAC.
Except for he is with
What's he do? Stand up or?
I think he's probably singing.
Kevin Hart, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I don't know. I know December.
Say
He's
he's
here.
singing?
I think so. He's doing his comedy singing stuff.
Yeah. Punch Drunk Love, good movie.
What about the Will Ferrell like writing one? I feel like that might be more up your alley. Like
Which
he's
one
writing
is
a
that?
book.
Oh, and he's living it.
Yeah.
While it's
Yeah, you
being
just
told.
totally spoiled it.
Was that the ending?
First of all, he is not writing it. Someone
Sixth
else
Sense.
is writing it.
He's dead. The guy's dead.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's
Oh,
like a
spoiler
12-year-old
alert.
movie.
Oh yeah, it is very old. It's Stranger Than Fiction.
Stranger Than Fiction.
Wow, how did I
No,
know
haven't
that?
seen it.
You might like that because it's a little
Abby's
bit more.
there now.
If Adam Sandler is to what is this SAT? Adam Sandler is to Punch Drunk Love. Will Ferrell is to Stranger Than Fiction.
All right.
Like it's not a goofy comedy.
No.
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I just he you know, I felt the same way about Dan Aykroyd back in the day, except that I could get past the Aykroyd stuff. These are people who get so far into a character that they creep you the fuck out and you cringe. And I'm not into cringe comedy. I could never do The Office. I can't do The Office at all.
I do
It's
love
yeah.
Will Ferrell in Old School,
Yeah, I've never seen it.
where he's just like Old School is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I feel like it started that era of comedy. It started the Step Brothers.
Yeah.
And,
It was.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
so
pioneered
good.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing you don't like Jim Carrey then.
Oh, I hate Jim Carrey.
Wow.
Damn.
At least you're
Except
consistent.
That's true. You are.
except in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That's a good.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, that's. a
What
fucking
about
good
even
movie.
Truman Show?
Truman Show I can handle. Yeah,
I like
yeah.
Truman
Because
Show.
it's
a
more
lot.
serious, right? Didn't
He's
he also
more-
do
he's more
23 or whatever it's called?
Oh, never
The
saw
weird like. I forget what it was. Or it was a number. It was 7 or 23 or something like that.
Definitely not 7.
Or no, 23 because he had it written all over his face. I remember specifically in like because I went to Blockbuster and it was on the wall. You remember those days? You go to Blockbuster and all the movies are up on the windows.
There's
Oh
so
my
many movies
God.
that Jim brings up that I know the cover of because of Blockbuster. I've never seen.
Oh,
in my life. Never seen them. in my
That's
life.
why I just nailed that one. Yeah.
We go. Hold on. I'm trying to.
Jim Carrey's actually one where a lot of his movies aren't my favorite, but I've watched a lot of his speeches and shit, and I love him. What I do love most about him is the is it Over the Moon? What's the Andy Kaufman?
Man in the Moon.
Man in the Moon.
Yeah.
There's a documentary about that.
Yeah.
Love it.
I've heard that that's really good. I haven't seen the whole. I've seen little bits and parts.
Talk
of it.
about getting into character.
Yeah.
Who?
Jim Carrey.
In
he
which
plays,
movie?
he
As
plays-
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, he plays Andy Kaufman.
Man in the
Oh.
Moon.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
But there's
Man
a,
on the Moon.
Man on the Moon's the movie itself, right?
Right.
Then there's a documentary on this, and it's all BTS of Jim Carrey as Andy Kaufman. And people that have real life beef with Andy Kaufman, Jim Carrey goes and picks fights with them off camera.
so he's trying to
off camera,
live in there.
off fucking camera, bro. No, he's
in it.
He's talking to their mom and stuff, and the mom and dad, I think they're Skyping like the family, and they start crying because they feel like they're talking to their son who died. It's
That's crazy.
no, it's crazy, and
That's
I'm
it.
watching it with my mom and my family.
Come on, Jim.
No, it was amazing, dude. I'm watching it with my family, and they're like, "This sucks. This is so crazy." I was like, "I relate to this psychopath so much." I love
Yeah. That's
this.
pretty cool though.
No, it was amazing.
Yeah.
How do you relate?
Just like how deep into things. I don't relate in the terms of like, "Oh, I am that guy," but I just respect it and find it entertaining and find it like magical.
I've told this story before, but I was working in a restaurant that Andy Kaufman came into. I think it was actually already after he was diagnosed with cancer.
I haven't seen anything Andy Kaufman besides
I don't know
that stuff.
who Andy Kaufman
He was kind of
is.
like the first slapsticksy, crazy ass comedian that went crazy or like crazy popular.
Taxi really blew him up.
Yeah,
Wait.
I've heard of it but never seen it.
with Taxi with.
Don't do it.
Oh, it's different. It's a different movie.
Not Whoopi Goldberg. Not
I
that
knew
one.
she was going somewhere.
Yeah. The number 23 is what you're talking about, Kyle.
Oh, that looks creepy.
2007.
I don't remember that.
2007.
Uh-huh. Oh, Jesus Christ, they remade Fun with Dick and Jane back in 2005. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too. It was okay.
Yeah, it was
it was whatever.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Bruce
Yeah.
Almighty's pretty good.
Bruce Almighty's pretty good.
I've seen parts of that, and it's not terrible.
Yeah,
I-
Bruce
Yeah,
Almighty's
yeah,
pretty
Bruce
good.
Almighty's
See Bruce
good.
Almighty?
Liar.
Liar,
That's
Liar's
real.
good.
That's one of his
Yeah.
best, dude.
Liar's good.
Liar's really
I
good.
hated the Grinch. That live-action Grinch was terrible. 1999, Man in the Moon. One
was
of the
my
rare
childhood.
1990s movies that Mike has seen.
No, I've seen The Truman Show. I've seen that.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
that was good. Creepy. Good.
Liar.
He's done a lot. Liar Liar is so good.
Cable Guy Kyle just made me watch the other day. or
Which?
last
Oh
year.
yeah, Cable Guy. Cable Guy. You didn't really like it though.
That was all right.
It's weird.
It's
Yeah.
a weird.
It's if I could say this word, it's incelly.
Yeah, I think you can say that.
It's incelly. That's what it is. 100%. He's
You
a
know what
kid
an
who sits in
incel
front of a
is?
TV his entire life, and his mom like just lets him do whatever.
You
And
know,
he just have you seen it, Cable Guy?
that's very Kaufman-y. He's very Kaufman-y in that one,
He
which
like,
I assume is one of his idols.
it's like a comedy type of movie.
Oh yeah.
It kind of ends as like a horror almost.
yeah, he's
It's
like a stalker. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
real weird.
You don't know incel?
That is weird. I
Like-
do know what incel is.
Oliver
Give us the definition.
Involuntary celibate.
involuntarily. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he is, pretty much. And he said he like learns everything from TV, like learned everything from movies and like TV, and then he became a cable guy, a fake cable guy.
He's not even a real cable guy.
And it's good though. It's good.
Interesting. Is
Yeah.
it supposed to be a comment about like, you know how when TV became a thing, I think people thought that it was going to destroy minds, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
of
That's
course.
what people
No, I don't
said.
think it's that deep.
I thought. Yeah, no, they weren't that deep. But I mean, like, I remember that time period, or remember
Right.
reading
Yeah.
about it. Or
But this
whatever.
could
People
be
think, yeah.
someone playing on
Yeah,
that.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's that deep, but yeah,
No,
it
yeah.
I'm
feels
just
that,
that
way.
deep. Okay.
Yeah, you could rewrite fucking Cable Guy too.
No, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Is Cable Guy the one where they go to the medieval place?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like medieval times.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
go to
but like-
medieval times,
like the
and he
Vegas
takes
show?
it super seriously.
You know the Vegas show where you watch
Yeah, it's
like
medieval
jousting and you're eating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all over.
he
the
does
place.
that, and he
Just not
sets
here.
up, and he
Very
sets up
much.
for him and his buddy, who's I always forget this guy's name from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, main actor.
Oh yeah.
The
Matthew Broderick.
yeah, him. So he's the main character in this movie in Cable Guy.
Okay.
And then they go to medieval
I
times.
guess I knew that. I just didn't.
Jim Carrey has it already set up that him and Broderick are gonna fight.
I'm gonna joust.
Yeah,
They're
they're
gonna
get pulled
joust.
from the audience.
Yeah, they get pulled
Yeah.
like, and out of the crowd, we're gonna randomly select two people,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
literally Jim Carrey. And Jim Carrey's like, he like knows he's going out. He's like freaking out. He's like, we have to fight. And then they go out there, and Jim Carrey goes super serious
Yeah,
on him.
all
It's still
hard.
funny, but he's like puts on the gear and he has his back turned and does like a slow turn towards him, and the guy's like,
Jeez.
"Yo, we're just joking around, right?"
Slowly
He's like
I turn.
swinging full speed. It's
Christ.
really good.
We should set up a vlog like that
That would be so funny.
where I get to go fight
I
somebody.
mean, you'd be in Vegas a lot.
No, that'd be fun.
No, that'd be super fun.
Fight Bart.
Yeah, medieval times, dude.
I'll go to a Renaissance fair. Trying to go? You ever been?
I've never been.
I played for the Queen.
What do you mean?
I
Yeah,
performed.
that, literally that.
I performed for the Queen.
What did you perform?
Music. I think I maybe played the recorder at that time.
What? At a
Wait,
Renaissance fair?
wait. The medieval times queen or the actual queen?
Not the Queen, the Renaissance fair queen.
Okay.
But she's the queen for the day.
Oh my god, that's rough.
What? What's rough about that?
How old were you?
Maybe 5th grade?
So
Oh.
this is, Mike.
No, it was last summer.
Mike,
Yeah,
What did you
exactly.
expect me to say?
Mike
I
often
wanted it to be that. I wanted it.
Mike
past
often talks about the school that he went to. The recorder is like the lifeblood of
Yeah.
Of course it is, because
of
Mike
music.
played it.
I
Yeah,
also
of
knit. I
course.
also knitted a recorder holder, but you wouldn't know about that.
You crocheted one?
Yeah, it's probably
What
at
is
the
it?
house.
What is it? Is it like stitched into the T-shirt? You just slide it into
like
the
a,
T-shirt.
like a pen protector.
You're the coolest 5th grader on school.
pen protector.
of the worst Magnum condom ever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably at the
literally, yeah.
house. It's probably
Why
at the
did I
house.
think about that? I
Yeah,
was like, what is
yeah.
it used for now? Like, you don't have a recorder.
It's probably
Why
at
do
the
you
house.
have it at the house?
You use goatskin for that.
They did. Yeah,
No,
you're
we
really
did, yeah.
involved in this medieval times, huh?
But that's what the Liver King uses as well, I bet.
There's no shot.
There's no way he uses latex. That'd take away testosterone.
I know, but no, he probably does. That's the thing. Behind the scenes,
Nope. Oh, you're telling me he's fake? What are you trying to say?
Oh my
That
god,
he lies?
Kyle's a hater.
Hater.
I don't
Just-
have a name on the internet. Yeah, I
just-
think he lies.
Just because he has more testosterone than you and I, now he's a liar?
I know. I want to get
chiseled
those
abs?
stomach injections. That's what I want. I want to look like G.I. Joe, like that. Just,
Wow, dude.
I think those are artificial.
I can't
His
believe.
abs?
Yep.
You think they're?
I can't believe Kyle's coming
He
on
doesn't.
here slandering
He's
our
doing all
hero.
these workouts, and they just stay in
And
the
they
exact
never-
same spot. They don't move.
They never move.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
suppose that's possible. I know that they can like etch your abs.
That's
They,
that's what it is.
like liposuction, so that you have the cuts
Like
all
a
the time.
Oh,
like a
that's probably
etch a
it then.
sketch thing.
Yeah. It just looks.
magnet?
It looks odd. It
Yeah.
doesn't look right.
I think Bradley called him out on it, or I saw a clip.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, and he's like, "Are those real?" And Bradley goes and like touches them, but then like his excuse is like, "Oh, I just keep them flexed when I sit here." I'm like, "Do you?
No, you don't. Yeah, and there's no way.
Do you? I mean, you are shirtless all the time, so like maybe you are used to like always flexing, but it's kind of weird."
Yeah. I have a flash for him that in primitive times, people got fucking skin cancer from not wearing clothes.
Yeah, probably true.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah, that too.
if you're going to be that color from the inside and the outside.
Yeah, I don't know where his color comes from either. That's probably
Well, red blood cells is my...
yeah, or melanotan.
Oh, yeah.
And probably that too.
Yeah, but people don't. You guys aren't ready for that tea.
that
You guys aren't ready for that conversation, aren't you?
I remember one of our former training partners being enthusiastic about melanotan because he was
No.
very, very, very white and then freaked out when his dick turned orange.
Yeah, I remember when we were just talking about it yesterday with Marcus and Filipino Thunder. Like a bunch of melanotan started popping up around 2013, 14, and now everyone's fucking an Oompa Loompa
yeah.
overdosing on melanotan. Melanotan's a peptide, and you inject it, and it supposedly brings, or it does, it brings out like your natural melanin. But if you take too much of it, your melanin is obviously, you look all orange. So a bunch
Yeah.
of people would take this stuff. I think it has a, I don't know if aphrodisiac's the right term, but has some blood flow properties to it.
Oh, little...
And then also supposed to have some fat burning properties. So a lot of, powerlifters, bodybuilders would take it, and then you don't have to tan because your body's like naturally tan. But then again, like, it for sure has not been controlled, studied for a long time. I imagine, like, the sun UVs probably play obviously a large effect in skin cancer and stuff, but who knows? We don't know what happens when you just rev up the internal melanin in your body either. Like,
we don't.
I don't know. It's supposed to be more protective, but like people with
knows,
dark
yeah.
skin can still get sunburns
For sure.
and skin cancer.
Yeah, and then when you're revving on the internal genetic volume dial, who knows what the fuck's going to happen. But that was very popular for a while, and probably still is, I'd imagine. If you dose correctly, you probably look cool.
That makes sense. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Enhancing.
You're going to add it to your cycle?
No. I'm okay. I'll just stick with creatine.
You wouldn't even take creatine, dude.
I have some at home. I don't like that.
No, it wasn't microionized, so it was only micronized.
Exactly.
It wasn't in a syringe.
Exactly.
The first time I came across what the hell's his name? The guy we were just talking about.
Liver King?
Yeah, that guy. The first video I was like, man, I keep hearing Liver King. What does this guy do? Eat liver or something? Like I don't get it. And it's a video of his, like, whoever's carrying his phone or camera or whatever, I'm assuming his wife or his kid or something, walking out into a field, and there's a giant Ethernet cable running into this field. And he's on his computer. He's like, primals. I like to do my work on the outside. I like to get my feet in the grass, really dig into the earth.
Yeah, why
And
does
I'm
he have like a
and then he goes, you see this cable? I had to get this custom made. They don't make these cables. I had to make this custom. This is a 100-foot Ethernet cable. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's like, I got to be out in the sun. I got to be out with the earth. Like, stuff like that. And I'm like, and that was it. That was a video. That was it.
The first video I saw was Joe, Hyperthrive Joe, sent it to me. This is probably over a year ago now. And he only had 50,000 followers. And it was
Liver King?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
50,000 followers. And he was just eating fucking raw meat all the time.
I mean, he's been about it.
How much does he have now?
Oh, probably like 5 million.
Yeah, I feel like he just. I mean,
he's the
stuck
biggest
to
dude.
it.
He's hanging out with fucking Logan
Can't
Paul
get him.
and shit.
You can't get mad at that. If he's been eating liver since 2K followers.
Yeah, but off cam, he's eating chicken nuggets.
No, for sure.
And then
but for him
also,
to consistently.
for sure. And then his growth is insane. And then, but the part that I don't like is like how extreme they feel like sketches now.
Yeah.
Where like that's obviously
Yeah.
a setup, laying in your lawn and fucking typing on a
Yeah,
computer.
yeah.
But someone like he did something in
Connect you
front
to
of
the highest technology on Earth.
But he did something in front of the Queen. I don't know if you saw that. That was like super corny and crazy.
I
Wait,
didn't
the
see it.
medieval
The
times
real
queen
one,
or the
not
real
the
one?
Jim Carrey Queen,
Okay.
the real one. He just flew over there and did some shit.
What
and
did
then,
he do?
I forgot, but it was actually I found it, and I don't even give a respectfully don't give a fuck about the royalty. Like it has nothing to do with me, but I do understand death and grieving and stuff as a country and whatever. And so like he's in front of the fence as soon as like the week she passed, and he's like doing a skit.
Yeah.
You know, in front. You know, I'm like, she's like, it's just like,
And we're back to cringe.
yeah. Well, like, why, man? You know, like
No,
someone
no,
died,
it's-
whether you like them or not. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's
No.
just
Yeah, I don't
disrespectful.
know. Yeah,
And then
he's
other
interesting.
stuff. He was like in an elevator talking to someone. I'm like, dude, you just look. And now it literally looks like a shitty SNL skit.
Yeah. No, that guy. Yeah, he's interesting. He's an interesting fellow. I did have a. This is going This is a completely new topic. If you guys are cool with it.
Kyle's been ready to podcast.
Not-
he's
I'm
ready.
ready.
He's ready.
Kind of. I like so. Okay.
Swipe.
So it's always been like in sports and stuff like that. Like be humble, right? You always hear that. Like, oh, you got to be humble. Like
Yeah.
if you're doing this or that, be humble. I say fuck that. Like be cocky.
Were you that though?
No.
See,
But yeah, because people kept telling me, and like
Yeah.
father figures and stuff like that would say like, oh no, like when you do something good, like you got to be humble, got to be humble. And I'm like, okay, like at that time I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like yeah.
what did
oh,
your
you wanna
dad
look
say?
good?
Was there a phrase? I have a phrase. I got yelled at a lot.
No.
I was not known for being humble.
What was your phrase?
It wasn't mine, but I would get yelled at, like act like you've been there before. My
Mm.
dad
That
yelled
too.
at me a lot.
Yeah.
But I think that
yeah.
one's true of everything, unless you're going to be fully transparent. You go into a situation and say, "I don't have any idea about this. Can you help me?"
No.
You know?
The term.
I know what you mean, but just like
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
Yeah, but period's way different than if we're attaching it to sports or victory.
Right, yeah,
That's
yeah.
scoring a touchdown and doing it.
Yeah, act like you've been
360
there before,
days.
yeah. I heard that a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard that
yeah.
a lot. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
opposite of that, and my dad was that old school guy too, and so was my high school basketball coach. My first, like, obviously two of my main mentors were very much like that. But I was flashy as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was still like humble with it. I'm throwing around the back passes, and I'm making
Yeah.
the crowd kind of go ooh ah. My goal is to get, and this happened multiple times, just while we're opening the yearbook, we would get the opposite team or the opposite team coach, you know, kind of dabbing me up at the end of the game.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I like that.
That's the point.
Because you're flashy.
Yeah, well, I know it's good.
Mm.
But yeah.
People want to see that.
Yeah, they
want
wanna
to
watch
too.
me play.
Like, you're also an entertainer. You're not just playing a sport just to play a sport. Like
Mhm.
you're there to entertain and like make people money.
I
Why do you
like
think
to
those people in the
entertain.
NFL make all the, like, you know what I mean? You got your, I mean, Terrell Owens,
Yeah.
like those guys, like
Some
they
are a
put
little
peop-
extreme. I think T.O. is one of them for me, where this just popped in my head, where I like to entertain. And I've
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about this even with you or like Seabass. I like to entertain, but I'm not attention seeking.
No, he's not a team player. That's
And
way different.
And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he's attention seeking.
Yeah, yeah,
or like
yeah.
the Ocho Cincos versus
Yeah, yeah.
like,
That's true.
you know what I mean? And I don't know.
Ocho Cinco is a lot better than T.O. I think on that.
Depends, yeah.
Like his teammates
Yeah,
liked
yeah.
him for the most
Yeah, yeah.
part, obviously.
Well,
Like
both-
T.O., everyone said he was a cancer. Literally.
And both were good.
Yeah.
So it's obviously way different when you're good.
Yeah, yeah. T.O. is probably the best ever. Like
Whoa.
physically,
Oh.
bro. Physically,
Calvin Johnson? That's
yeah,
pretty good.
better. Yeah, T.O. is better. I think, dude. T.O. is a freak.
He is a freak.
Dude, freak. Yeah, I
But
don't know.
a lot of that can translate to what we do too in like powerlifting or content creation, where I think some people get in it because of attention. And I don't know how to define these, but it works
Right.
super clear in my head. So maybe you guys can even help. Like attention seeking, I want YouTube because I want people staring at me all day to feed my ego, this and that. And I like to entertain. Where like, and maybe I'm going to sound like a little bitch here, but like, to me, entertaining for me is like, yeah, it fulfills me, but it's like in a sense altruistic. Like I like making people laugh.
Yes.
But not for me. Not to be like, wow, Mike's the funniest guy ever. I don't need to hear that. I just
Yeah.
like to make people laugh and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
feel good. Where the other one, which is I think is very common, or maybe more common on Instagram and YouTube and stuff. Like, yeah, I like that because it just is building me up. It's pumping my head. Like each
Yeah.
laugh, like, or comment is just a pump to my big skull.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Like I think Michael Jordan was flashy.
No, Magic
know what I
Johnson.
mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of those guys are really good examples where they're not like cocky's kind of a weird word too, but yeah, they're not like attention seeking. Yeah, but they want to entertain.
Yeah. I mean, you're buying his shoes. Like it's flashy. All of it. You know what I mean? It all plays in.
His shoes were
Yeah.
insanely flashy for the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone
yeah.
else is
Yeah.
wearing some plain ass shit.
I also think it stems from there's a part of it where it's like a jealousy type of thing from fans and stuff like that, where they're like, "Oh, he needs to." Not. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, he just jumped up and caught the ball with one hand over three people,
yeah,
and he's just like celebrating, like, "Oh, be humble." Like, no, bro.
Well, there's
Like, no.
isn't there a difference between like, because you said act like you've been here before.
Yeah.
Does that mean like you can't celebrate?
right.
Or-
So I was gonna say that's maybe the negative of
Mhm.
it, right? Where like I never celebrated. Like I'd give a little fist bump if something cool happened, but I do think that's a fine line. Yeah, because whether it's a PR in the gym, I think there's a difference between like genuinely celebrating a PR in the gym and like flexing on people, like
Mhm.
Yeah,
check
yeah.
out my 500-pound deadlift. You know,
Yeah.
there's a fine line there too. And who am I to judge? I'm not the the judge or the jury, but
right.
I think you're right. I think
There's a line between like celebrating and then
yeah,
what?
for yourself and for others, right? Because
Mhm.
if you're going to celebrate every little thing, then like you probably won't get anywhere. I think you'll get satisfied too quick. Like, oh, I'm so
Yeah.
goddamn good. I'm just going to deadlift 315 for 30 or whatever. You know, like
Mhm.
there's a
Yeah.
sense of like being unsatisfied that keeps you moving,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. I guess I was more so getting at even. It's almost like people want to put out another person's flame, kind of thing. You know, they see someone like Abby deadlifting or something, and she gets up. She's like celebrating fist bump. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Act like you've been there before. It's like,
Yeah,
well, you'll
passion's-
never get there. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
My take is this. I think that when you're dealing with kids, you're dealing with trying to make sure that they're good teammates at the same time.
True.
Yeah, sportsmanship.
And so good sportsmanship in general. And so if somebody's really hot dogging and making themselves like the center of attention, then it can have a detrimental effect on the team, but it can also have a very detrimental effect on that person when they're not doing as well.
Yeah, or if they end up
Right.
sucking.
That's
Yeah,
that's
kids
why
is a
I'm
little
not-
different.
That's why
for
I'm
sure.
not cocky, because I'm like, well, if I end up making a mistake or I suck or I fail, then it's gonna be like, oh, well, weren't you super cocky?
No,
just
that's
a
not a
minute
good way to
ago?
do it, though.
You know,
That's- yeah.
I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm gonna stay in my pocket, stay in my lane.
But if
Yeah.
you're feeding on the positive attention when you're not getting the positive attention, then what do you have to feed?
Yeah, or
yourself
where you
with?
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's driving force? I think with the team stuff too, it is hard because team like comes first. But like a lot of times, if there's ways to do it, I think where you're revving the team too, or the team's behind
Right,
you,
right.
And like I don't know if that's always healthy either, because you don't want the 1, you want the 5 or the 12
Yeah.
or whatever it
Mhm.
is. But it's kind of a weird mix. And then and I don't even think it has to do with kids always, right? Because it's the same thing in like college basketball or pro basketball or pro sports in general.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, everyone like knows who the best guy is. But like he's not going to get it done either, you
Right.
know. You kind of need everyone to
No.
kind of
Yeah.
mix in and at least be about the same cause, same common
Yeah.
enemy.
Yeah.
Again, be a part of something bigger than yourself. If everyone's on that page and then you have the guy,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. But
And if the guy
everyone-
can say, "Come with me,"
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
leading from the front
Yeah.
rather than like leading alone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like with cocky, there's like for me a connotation of them thinking they're better than everyone else, including their own teammates. You know,
Yeah.
including just like I myself I am better than you because I just scored. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
versus I just scored. Let's celebrate.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this together type of thing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the we over me type shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I was really cocky too, but then like my goals were to get assists. You know, so
Mhm.
then like naturally that's a little bit unselfish, right?
Yeah.
Like how do I make my teammates better? But then I'm throwing
Mhm.
around the back passes. I obviously just related to me because growing up, I haven't gotten it in a very long time, probably since basketball, really. And maybe I was just a different animal. I am him, built different. But a lot of people got me cocky. I got that
Yeah.
comment a lot growing up.
They probably just got it confused with confidence.
Thanks, Avi. No, I was probably a little bit of a bitch, but I was never selfish. No, I was. I was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
different human, but I was never
Yeah.
selfish ever. I was never selfish. Was I cocky? Maybe, but I still am. I just like carry it different. I wear
Yeah.
it different.
I think being a good leader, sorry, Jim,
Go ahead.
is like allowing someone to be in their element. Like if they like to be a little more flashy, I think you let them do it. Like
Yeah.
I think if you're a good leader, it's like, yo, this dude likes to really carry the ball when he's dribbling, like going back and forth. Like let him do it.
Yeah,
Like hey, none of that. We need practical basketball. We need to pass, shoot. Like no.
Yeah.
Like that's
shout out to my head coach again, Dean Stark. Like he is that guy to a T. The fundamentals. Stop
Yeah.
doing this. But then when I'm there, bro, he let me live. There's something he said a lot. 2 phrases he'd yell at me a lot, but one was it was like it wasn't freedom through form. I just said he yelled at me a lot, and it's like I wasn't listening. You know, I can't even remember it.
yeah.
But it was something like kind of like do we have a form and bumpers,
Yeah.
and then you find freedom within that,
Hmm.
or the opposite. Because like there's always going to be pattern and form, but
Yeah.
do I have the freedom and then I build form, or do I go into his system and then I get my freedom within that system kind
Yeah.
of deal? And he obviously said it much more eloquently than that. He
Yeah.
yelled it to me all the time, but he allowed me to kind of be me within
Yeah.
his boundaries, and then he would just
Yeah.
expound his boundaries for me, where normally coaches like make you fit the pocket, or like what do they say,
Wow.
fit a circle in a square or some shit.
Yeah. A round peg,
Yeah.
circle and a, or no,
Did you say
square.
peg? You're gross.
Square and a round
Wrong
peg, right? Is that what it
podcast. Wrong podcast, dude. This isn't. What is it?
That's
Fuck
in an
your-
hour. My
yeah.
bad. Sorry, guys.
Fuck your daddy or whatever that podcast
oh,
is.
yeah. It's a good one.
It's not a good
It's
one.
not for the faint of heart, though.
That one's terrible. Not to fucking flip the page again.
It's literally just me and a camera.
No, there's a real podcast
Oh.
called that.
What's it called?
Fuck your daddy or something. What's it called?
I don't know.
Call me daddy.
Oh yeah,
Call
Call
Me
Me Daddy.
Daddy.
Call Me Daddy.
Yeah.
That's
Call Me Daddy. Dude.
Fuck me daddy. That's a sequel.
Mike's got it twisted, dude.
That shows.
That's the OnlyFans.
That
goes-
show's twisted. And
Call
I'm-
Me Daddy.
Yeah.
I've never listened to it.
And I'm laying my foot down. Those chicks, and I'm calling your asses out. Yep, get them. They're the female fucking Andrew Tates. They're toxic femininity.
Yeah.
They talk about us like we're dogs.
No, I know.
And I don't like that.
I've heard clips of it on like TikTok. I just scroll past it. I'm like, this is stupid.
I don't like it.
It's a podcast.
They say like
You're gonna
we don't
love
need
it.
men anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think I'm toxic?
They say like we don't need
Yeah.
men, like stuff like that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, who's gonna build the bridges?
Who's gonna carry the groceries?
Yeah,
in?
who's gonna do? You know,
All of them.
who does all your sewage? Men.
Yeah.
Who's doing the dirty work?
Shitter's plug. Now what?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I even need men, dude. I couldn't change my light bulb the other day. I needed a guy.
Yeah. True.
Hey.
Needed a man.
One tall man.
So glad to have a man in my life.
It was
to
still
change the light
sketchy
bulb.
though. It was super sketchy.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully we got the right wattage.
No, we definitely didn't.
It's gonna explode that thing.
Probably live on stream.
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this.
Oh, his lights out in his office. And
So
we
we're
just
trying to make
needed
the
switch
stream.
It.
Yeah, we're
the
trying to make-
ceilings are how tall is it? 8 feet? 9 feet?
No
10
way.
feet?
probably 11.
No,
Yeah,
no.
they're tall.
Yeah, probably 11.
Bro, I hopped on that chair and I couldn't touch the ceiling.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it is probably 11 actually. Now I
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
tall.
I had to get on a chair. That's right. That
Yeah.
is tall. Fuck.
Most of
Forgot.
those lofty-looking places are.
Yeah, they're
are
pretty
11
tall.
feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just threw an IKEA like color changing bulb RGBD deal. Or
And
what is
then
that?
I go, and then it needs one of those little batteries, like a watch battery.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And he's like, well, what is this? The 1900s? They don't make these anymore.
They don't,
I was
dude.
like, yes, they do.
They totally do.
I was like, go
They sell
go.
them
in
at the grocery
stores.
store.
Yeah, they're in the grocery store.
No, they definitely don't make them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to
He's like, what?
Safeway.
Where are we?
What, go to the Watchman store?
He's like, where's my Bluetooth battery? I'm like, no, Mike, we don't have those yet.
Yeah, where's the little nuke battery that like refills itself?
The kind of reactor that Iron
Yeah.
Man had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's coming.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
Maybe. I don't know.
Some
Eventually,
cave,
somewhere.
Some cave in the Middle East. Someone's making that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
The thing about those little batteries, though, is that they're packaged in such a way that babies can't get them and swallow them because apparently that's really common.
It'll
And then-
overpower them.
No, it's
They'll be super babies.
they get poisoned. They get poisoned from it. It's bad.
Yeah,
They start running
poison.
around in
Yeah,
circles.
They charge them up.
It's a bad deal. But it takes like 20 minutes to get one of those fucking batteries out of there.
I was trying to think. I don't know why this popped.
20
in my-
minutes to get out of the baby?
No, out of the
Oh.
It's a fucking
He's
spider.
like, it takes fucking 20 minutes to get out of that thing.
It's a really fast digestive system.
I'm like,
I've got
baby's cooking.
It's okay. I had a spider that came down from somewhere.
Just
and it landed
now?
on my nose and then
Sky?
in my hand.
Spooky.
Yeah,
spooky
it's Halloween season.
Really
dog.
small
Welcome.
one.
Welcome to Third Street.
It's part of the decor.
It's probably remote control. It's probably
Little
Abby.
smally guy.
She's really in the season right now.
But I have some news for you guys about really tall light bulbs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for like $12 you can get a stick that has a
Oh,
a
I
we
thing
have
on
one
the end
here.
of it.
I got a
Yes,
free stick.
We totally have one here.
Boy.
Fuck stick.
I got
yeah.
a free peg. This was another random thought that's been in Mike's head lately. And maybe this will sound cocky as well. Actually, I've never raised kids.
Mhm.
I don't know if I ever will. Right, but I have raised dogs.
Honestly, I can't imagine that.
Me, Daddy Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd be a great dad. We should see me like Tycoon though. It's great. Oh, how about what I just told you out there? We can't tell it here, but
Oh,
see, that's good dad play.
okay.
That's pretty good dad
That's
play,
good
right?
uncle play.
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
know. Okay.
We'll tell it later.
Is
Yeah.
it good dad player or is it good daddy player?
Oh,
No, not daddy.
no.
Uncle play.
Just checking.
Yeah,
Just
I
checking.
don't know about play, but like a good play.
Anyway.
Yeah, be careful
So-
with that verbiage.
This is
So
supposed
people-
to be wholesome.
And again, this might sound cocky or maybe even naive at some
I'll
point.
be the
but
judge.
I've had a bunch of dogs, raised dogs, whatever. And so everyone's like, and then we were talking the other day, like one of my little cousins, when he was a kid, he's probably fucking like 28 now or something, I don't know. But when he was a kid, he like shoved a nickel so far up his nose or a dime or something.
Oh.
He had to go get surgery to get that thing out, right?
Oh
and
my
that's not an
God.
uncommon story. You were just talking
No,
about the
yeah, yeah.
batteries. Like kids
Yeah.
do that kind of shit all the time.
Mhm.
Or dogs. People are like, oh, my dog did this, or I can't let him in the backyard because he'll be eating that, or he'll eat the hose or something. Like, my dog's never done stuff like that. The only dog that did stuff like that was a dog I fostered, and I've told you this story a couple times. I fostered his dog. You know the Arms of the Angel fucking commercial?
Yeah.
No.
SPCA. Sarah McLachlan?
Yeah,
Right,
you
all
have to
these
sing
dogs
it,
are fucking
sorry.
dying. So we get a text like that. This is like 6 years ago, with this boxer that's down in like Fresno or something. Like, dude, this dog's 6 months old and it's gonna die, and it's like ribs are 3D popping through its skin. I'm like, all right, fuck. Dude. So we take it in. They say this thing's 6 months. Long story short, I feed this thing back to health, and he's a great dog in the beginning because he's half dead, and then I feed him back to health, and he's literally Satan in a boxer form. And I put him in the cage all locked up, leave for like an hour, come back, he rips out the cage and eats everything in my kitchen. He ate like fucking 3 boxes of Quest bars, and we called the vet right away, and she's like, is he alive? I'm like, yeah, he's alive. She's like, he'll be okay then, because he'd be dead by now if he wouldn't. I'm like, oh shit. It's just got all like this fake fiber and shit.
Jeez.
Wake up in the middle of the night to him shitting and pissing like that fucking Family Guy thing. Shitting, throwing up, and pissing all over my walls. And I'm so mad, I just go back to sleep. I'm like, I'll deal with this in the morning. Finish your shit. Just shits and pisses, vomit all over my room.
Oh my god.
But besides him, like dogs I've actually raised have never like done shit like that. Or like Cash, you just met Cash. He's so good. And, like, we let him in the backyard forever. He's not doing anything weird. He's not eating bricks or nothing. You know, like.
None of that was cocky.
No, but it's more like talking shit on other motherfuckers for being bad dog parents.
Yeah, dog parents.
Also,
and I know mistakes happen. I know it's not always nature and always nurture. Because I had this boxer, and that dude was a crazy fuck. But
is this the same dog that pissed on the Red Ranger costume?
Yeah, same boxer. Yeah. He goes into my closet of all things, and he just pisses all over like my Red Power Ranger outfit that everyone wants me to bring back. But I literally had to throw it in the trash. Dude, there's the worst smell I've ever had, and I didn't know what it was. And I go in my closet. And then, it was him.
Burned a hole through it?
Dude, he peed on it like 6 months ago.
Gasoline.
Yeah. It smells so bad.
Damn.
I mean, that conversation stemmed from, like, you having kids and raising kids?
And Jim, like, saying kids eat batteries and shit. I'm like, I could see that happening, obviously, but, like.
No, yeah. But then I was saying, like, I can't see you as a father.
Yeah.
It's be weird. But
why is that?
No,
weird, maybe.
Here's the thing, like, there are some people who love pets and animals and dogs, but hate kids.
I don't love kids.
You know.
What about Bart, though? If you would have told me, I'd be like, man, I could never see Bart as a dad. I'm going to see Bart with Tyka, and he's like the best dad ever.
That's true.
Yeah.
But if you think of Bart, like, that dude's washing cars in a skit with his fucking man junk out. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's the best dad ever.
Yeah.
And you say that man junk had kids.
Yeah, the best kids.
Yeah, he had that shower with Tyka. Tyka said he wanted to go shower with all our clothes on, so we went and showered with all our clothes on.
Yeah, that's like great dad stuff.
Yeah, no, it's literally dad shit, yeah.
He's nurturing.
Very.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the type of dog, too, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I've had 3 labs, that's it, and they're the best dogs ever, from what I know. I mean, their names were Gunner, Tailgate, and Diesel. So, I mean, it tells you a little bit about my background.
Tell me where you're from without telling me where you're
tell
from.
me where you're from. Yeah, dude. We're in the sticks, dude.
You ever have a dog named Tailgate?
Yeah, literally.
The other one's called Copenhagen.
They would jump up on the tailgate. They would get in the truck. We go duck hunt. That's what it'd be. Yeah, literally. We just go hunt. And a lifted Dodge, too. They'd still get up there.
Athletes. Cocky
Freaky dogs.
athletes.
Yeah, cocky. They jump up there. I'm like, you need to be humble.
T.O. Labs.
Yeah. Should have called him T.O. Yeah.
This one's Terrell, and that one's Owens.
That's pretty good, dude.
That is good.
If you had 2 dogs and had them named first, last name of
Jerry,
like a favorite
Ross.
person. That's good. That's really funny. Yeah, Joe and Montana.
All those names are pretty good.
Yeah,
dog
no,
names.
they're great. Yeah, Joe and then
Joe
Montana
is a
would be
dog
good.
name. So good.
Yeah, Joe's good.
I like human names for dogs.
No, love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been
Like
talking
Bruce.
about it forever. Frank.
Yeah,
George.
Yeah, George.
Bob.
Yeah.
Greg.
Bob the dog.
That's what I'm saying. Human names for animals
It
is
is
the
funny.
best
No,
thing
when you
ever.
like describe your dog, it's like, oh, George, like peed in the kitchen the other day, and
George peed in
and
the
then-
kitchen.
Yeah, it's like, what, your
Yeah,
roommate? It's like,
yeah.
oh no, it's my dog.
Yeah,
Like,
just told a story to a group of people. Yeah.
My chihuahua named George.
That was my hot take. Just cocky people, you know.
That was a great
need to be
one.
more cocky, I think.
Oh, we need to turn it up. So you like
Yeah.
a McGregor?
Yeah, I think it's good for the world.
So my hot take is McGregor did amazing things for the sport, and I don't think he's that good. I
No,
think
I don't
he's
think he's
not
good.
even as a fighter. He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
But as like a shit talker, everyone put him like up here. I'm like, dude, I've
It's
listened
his
to-
accent.
I don't think he's good.
It's his accent.
If you compare him to like what Muhammad Ali used to say,
Yeah.
like Muhammad Ali's spitting bars.
He's a poet.
Off the top
Yeah,
of his
yeah.
dome, live interview on ESPN.
Even Tyson.
No, Tyson. Tyson
Poor
went
guy.
crazy, but he went good with it. Yeah.
Poor guy.
No, poor guy is right. The more
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know about that Tyson stuff because I was too young. Like I didn't know all the inner stuff, and I've
Mhm.
watched a lot of like documentaries on him lately.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy cow, that was a life.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think McGregor's shit talk is highly overrated.
Yeah.
But
it's just the accent, dude.
and
That's
I
what
think
it
the
is,
bar
yeah.
was so low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bar was so low of UFC charismatic UFC guys, which is rare because like we know a bunch of them. They are charismatic, but I guess they just didn't let loose on camera. And
Or
they're-
they don't know how.
I also think some of the UFC guys, even still, have such a background in martial arts that there is an honor, respect in the culture.
Yeah.
So then it right McGregor coming in being all cocky is like so opposite of that because his really was cocky.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
It wasn't
Yeah,
flashy.
he's wearing mink.
Where like Anderson Silva was flashy, right? And Bones Jones was flashy, but they weren't like cocky. They're throwing, they're throwing like running off the cage, doing fucking crazy kicks and 360 elbows type shit.
Yeah.
That's flashy, but yeah, McGregor just came in. I don't know what his background is.
I think it's because boxing is like the art. It's like an art form where it's like, I mean, it's all art forms, but like boxing, a part of it is talking shit, I feel like, in the press.
For sure, yeah.
Because it could be months and months and months before the fight.
Yeah, and there's only one a year type deal, one big one. Yeah,
it's
I don't know.
It's a PR thing, though, right?
For sure. Yeah.
You'll see him everywhere because, like, oh, look what he.
Yeah. But then, like, you would think UFC would adopt that right away.
Or you would think other guys would come in and just be like funnier. Like, I don't think McGregor shit was funny.
No.
You know what I mean? Like Muhammad Ali, I'll watch his clips, I'll literally laugh.
No, he's funny.
Yeah,
he's a
so
smart
good.
guy. He's just smart.
So good. Is it Castell? What was the main ESPN guy that's name? I think it was maybe Castell that was interviewing him. I can't remember his name. But he'll like, is it?
Yeah. Howard Cosell.
Yeah.
Howard Cosell, yeah.
Yeah, dude. And he's like ripping on him and his toupee and shit. And it's just so kind-heartedly funny roasting.
No, it's literally roasting. That's what it is.
Yeah. Like so funny. And McGregor just doesn't have that for me. So I don't disagree that some of that's good in sports.
I want it in a sense of like if it makes you better, like I don't want people to put down other people because they're jealous that they can't do it. Like if they're in the stands, like he can't do this or whatever. He shouldn't be doing that. He needs to be humble. It's like you need to get in line kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think you need to let loose. I think
there's not a lot of it.
You'll see the best out of someone when they let loose like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other sports or other athletes in this era right now.
Another PR?
Is everyone just crushing weights while we're not paying attention?
Apparently.
Or now I feel like there's actual bombs going off.
Yeah.
We need to hit the bunker.
We're toast.
I'm trying to think of athletes that are like that in any major sport right now, and I can't really think of one that, like, in my opinion, is absolutely crushing it.
Like cocky?
Yeah, or like in terms of interviews and stuff. Like in-game's so different because, like, at least for basketball or even football, right? You score a touchdown, you do the dance. Quarterback, you're throwing the sign up, whatever you do. Or like basketball, yeah, like Steph Curry shooting a three and kind of turning around before it goes through the net. That's just a little bit of part of the culture to me. That's not so much it. I'm more talking, I think.
They're rare, dude.
I'm thinking of the off.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more of the off.
The interviews. The Marshawn Lynch's.
Yeah, the interview stuff. Yeah, kind of the antics that make it like innocent antics, maybe is the term. You know, you want some innocent, entertaining. Again, I think it does go back to the entertaining versus attention seeking. To me, Muhammad Ali was purely entertainment. And sure, maybe, I don't know him, so maybe his ego was fed on that, and that's why he did it. But I feel like he was so just pure entertaining, where to me, McGregor, kind of like the Kanye shit, to wrap this whole goddamn thing around, is like attention-seeking. And that's not to be unempathetic to mental health and whatever else going on with Ye, but McGregor feels like a PR scheme.
Yeah.
Like he was doing that because he knew where it was going to go, and his accent, he's all fired up and shit. Even though some of it got kind of real, right? Remember when it was like WWE and they he tried to attack someone's bus? But didn't he try to attack Khabib's bus and shit?
Yeah.
I remember
watching that big time.
I remember watching that live, and it literally felt like early days WWE where they're like fighting in the back.
And they followed them with the cameras out. Yeah.
That happened in a Kings Lakers game too in the early 2000s. I think Doug Christie chased down somebody or somebody chased down Doug Christie into the locker room, and all of a sudden, like my whole, like all genres of my life like combined, because it felt like WWE, which I know is fake, but then now it's happening in a large NBA like playoff.
You know it's real now.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
Well, you're talking about Muhammad Ali and what was driving him. You know that he kept fighting like long after he should have stopped, and long after he couldn't get certified, he couldn't get his health certified. He started fighting in other countries, fought until he was 40.
Yeah, loved to fight.
Yeah, maybe he loved his sport.
He loved to fight.
But like he had kidney damage.
Yeah.
He had brain damage that they knew about before the Parkinson's, and he couldn't stop.
Yeah.
He just wouldn't give up.
I mean, that's like the Tom Brady's, you could argue, right?
Yeah.
Dude said he wants to play till he's 45 minimum.
That's crazy.
Like,
I don't care if I flush my supermodel wife down the toilet. I want to keep playing.
I mean, that's a big discussion, and I might be on like Brady's side, because like who knows what those behind the doors conversations are, but publicly it seems like she probably wanted him to quit playing, and he said fuck no. And for me, I don't know, but like I think when you're that extreme of an athlete, your love for something, and I think it can handle to us too, where like it's harder when you're married because you've already like made this dedication. But like Abby, I'm gonna bring your personal life onto it. You're single, yeah? For all the listeners, let's say like you're dating someone and they're cool, but they're like, man, you deadlift too much. For Avi to say like, no, powerlifting is a huge part of my life, I'm not going to date this guy any longer, isn't a crazy take, right? But for Tom Brady to do it, it's now a crazy take.
Well, but I mean, you're talking about the beginning of a relationship versus deep into a relationship.
No, that's why I already prefaced by saying
Kids
yes.
and-
Well, I already
yeah.
prefaced saying yes, he's married, so the dedication is there. But you could make that argument for her too. Why wouldn't she wiggle towards him and what he loves if he loves what he's doing?
It's a basic compatibility issue.
Yeah, neither one wants to come off their argument a little bit, no compromise. But and sure, I don't know how long they've been married or whatever.
I feel
but
like
it-
she had some leverage at some point that he just decided didn't exist after a while. That the last time he retired, I felt like that was a position that he was leveraged into by her.
Maybe.
And then
Maybe.
and then he just said, "Oh, actually I don't think that anything you're saying matters to me. I'm just going to do what I want to do."
Well, like, yeah, to me, it's just like if you love your partner truly, and your partner truly loves something, then you got to learn to love that.
Yeah.
If you actually love your partner.
Well, and from her perspective, he can't play forever, right? I mean, there's
Right.
going to be a point at which
Well, and it's not like something changed.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's not like they've been married 10 years and now he disappeared on the 11th year because he
Yeah.
became pro. She's
Yeah.
dated him he's been a pro since
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was in 7th fucking grade.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
crazy
Oh, yeah.
is that?
It's wild.
That's wild.
6th rounder, best quarterback ever.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
and it's not like he turned into Aaron Rodgers at some point.
That's what I mean. Like nothing drastic changes except for her drawing her line out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is all from the external. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But I thought that because a lot of people I feel like are kind of taking her side or like whatever. But in my head, the instance like Avi or anyone kind of popped in my head. Where like I think it's totally valid for you to be like, no, like this is a part of my life. Get lost.
Yeah.
But for him to do it, he becomes a bad guy in a way.
Yeah. I think she came to him and was like, I don't like the way you're making out with our children before bed.
And he's
She's like, why? She's like, can you stop using
Hot
tongue?
take.
I've asked you for 5 years.
She's like, this needs to stop.
Yeah. She's like,
And he said no.
yeah.
He said French or nothing.
Yeah. She was like, even mid massage, like, you got to make out with our kid.
This is a French household.
Yes. I get it. Like, you want to be European and shit, but come on, dude.
Got that UGG
Gotta cut
contract.
this
All of a
off.
sudden, he's high fashion French man.
Yeah. He talks with an accent. You're like, you're from, where's he from? Isn't he from like the Midwest?
No,
or
he's from
something?
here.
Where?
The Bay Area.
Bay Area.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he went
Yeah.
to the same high school as Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Shout out Barry.
Series?
Shut up.
Sear something.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Oh, you went to Sarah?
Yeah.
No way.
He went to Sarah.
Shout out, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you know where
No.
everyone went to high school?
I just like sports.
Oh,
I used to be.
Sarah's freaky good.
No, freaking Barry Bonds.
Yeah,
Went there.
yeah.
You know Barry Bonds.
nope. I heard of him.
That's our steroid leader. You must.
That's our
That's our guiding light.
He crawled so we could walk with steroids, okay?
He did.
No.
That should be your hero.
Barry Bonds.
Him,
We need-
Lance Armstrong, Mark McGuire.
You honestly might need a picture of him up here, like, and like,
Barry?
no joke. Yeah. He's like a Michael Jordan.
I want a
He's
bobble.
Michael Jordan of baseball.
For the
sure.
irony, I want a bobblehead Barry.
I had one.
Well, we need that.
It sat on my dash. I super glued it.
He was, you know, there's a large era in baseball that was steroid era.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. Watch
he was the leader.
baseball.
No,
don't
I don't either. But
It's baseball.
All right, dude.
I don't.
Yeah, look at that head.
Look at him on the left, though, bro. That's wild.
He does look good on the right. Like he looks kind of old on the left. Obviously, he's not.
No, he was
On the left, he's
clearly,
20.
He looks old on the right too.
Well, he's
Excuse me, I just
steroids,
burped.
but look at his
Excuse
forearms.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
His hand got bigger.
Yeah, his
His
head got.
hands-
He,
Look at his head.
Everything just grew.
He's been an HGH joke for 20,
They
30
disclose
years
his.
now.
Yeah, they disclose his hat size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's too
it-
embarrassing.
Yeah.
His head got so big.
Did
Yeah.
really?
They disclosed his hat
But
size.
His
Couldn't do it.
hand does look really weird in that picture.
Yeah.
Oh, do you see? I
His
can't see
left
it.
hand.
The proportions.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
Mhm.
Looks
Now
like
he-
a dinosaur claw.
Now
That's
he
what I-
bikes. I mean,
Yeah. Now he's doing EPO.
Yeah, now he just starts hanging with Lance.
Yeah, now he's blood dosing.
They're just pin buddies, pin partners,
Pin pals.
pin pals.
Pin pals.
That's good.
Dude, pin pals.
Pin pals pretty good.
That's pretty good, actually.
That's a Omar Esoff T-shirt. I'm gonna send that to him.
Only 162K. He needs a PR guy.
yeah, this is what he looks like. now. This is-
162K.
Why does he
Yeah.
look so
Oh,
wholesome?
dude, fuck you, Barry. Come fucking collab with me, dog. Got you.
He looks
So
so wholesome now.
They
I
say
think
he's.
I think when I started following him, he had 15. 1,000.
That's
it.
crazy.
Oh, so he must have just created it, like probably last year or
No,
something.
no.
He probably just not. How is he
Probably
only
not
have
that active,
162?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's arguably the best baseball player of all time.
Yeah, best hitter all time.
He
yeah.
was just here at the end of the season with.
They say he's best hitting coach all time too.
Coach?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
They say he's hit like
he's,
mentalities and stuff like that. He said he's freaky.
he's also just the craziest analyst of swing.
I
Along
just
with
feel that's-
Will Clark too. Will Clark is supposed to
I
be
just feel
really,
that's
really good.
so
analyst of
rare
swing.
because typically people that are really good at things don't communicate it well because they were
Yeah.
at least naturally pretty good and then put in the work, like Jordan. Like
Yeah.
you know,
I think the last time I was on was when you were talking about
That?
steroids and Barry
Oh,
Bonds.
yeah.
It was with Dean.
steroids are a fun topic.
No, they are. And like you always hear the argument. Our beloved roommate always says like, "Well, before he was taking steroids, he was one of the best hitters."
And
I'm
he
like,
was.
okay. Then I'm like, then why did he do it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and I also don't fall for the argument that everyone's doing it, so you do it.
yeah, no, I don't. I can't do it.
His hands are still pretty big. I mean,
Everyone jumps off a bridge. Are you going to jump off
His
a
arms
bridge,
are-
Kyle?
Yeah, exactly.
his
Yeah, I
arm- they're not as big as they were at all.
Yeah,
mean,
I don't
he's
know
still
why.
vascular as shit.
Yeah, pretty veiny.
Yeah, but he looks kind of small.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably smart to be lean out like that.
Yeah, your heart and shit's not gonna rock forever.
So he's biking here. This is Biker Bonds.
That's Biker Bonds.
His
Biker
yeah. That's his
He-
big activity is.
That's sick.
yeah.
He must ride with Lance, right?
No, for
I have
sure.
no idea who he rides
they
with.
gotta be
but
friends.
Yeah, he's got to be riding with
Through
Lance.
what's his name? The lab guy.
Yeah. Whom I bet.
Yeah.
Who?
What's his name?
What's his name? Balco.
Balco.
Oh, is he the guy?
I don't know, but he's out of the East Bay
He
as
was-
well.
Yeah, a bass player
Is that
for
the pharmacist?
Yeah.
for the Tower of Power. What's his name? Help me. I've met him and I can't remember his name.
You say Shane Falco?
No, Balco's the lab.
You guys know who Shane Falco
That's
is,
the
right?
quarterback, right? Is
Yeah,
that
it's Keanu Reeves,
Keanu.
dog. Yeah,
Best
That's
quarterback
best
besides
quarterback of all
Tom
time.
Yeah, besides Tom Brady.
Shane Falco,
Who's
dude.
the quarterback in the Adam Sandler remake, Longest Yard? Is it Longest
It's
Yard?
him.
It's Adam, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the washed-up quarterback.
Adam Sandler's the best producer of all time because he makes himself fucking rad in
Yeah,
every movie.
yeah,
and a
yeah.
smoking hot wife.
Yeah.
Some Hayek's always his wife for some reason in every movie ever.
Smoking hot, yeah. He
gonna
gets
be-
to kiss her every time,
I'm
too.
gonna become a producer. That's crazy. There's 20 kissing scenes in this one.
What
I'm gonna become a producer.
Who was the first one? Wasn't it like Burt Reynolds or something
Yeah,
like that?
I think it is because he comes back in this one.
Yeah.
If you
Stone Cold's in that. Shout out.
Yeah, he is.
He's the mean linebacker.
He's the mean
He's
racist.
the racist linebacker. That should movie. I think he drops N-bombs all over that.
No,
thing.
he does. He does.
Yeah.
Victor Conti.
Conti.
Yeah, I met him. I have a Balco
Conti?
T-shirt that I got from.
That's
oh,
kinda
Bay
dope.
Area Laboratory Cooperative. I didn't know what that
No,
was.
that's
Yeah.
definitely Lance, him, and Balco. Or
That's in the
going on
Bay?
bike rides. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the.
That's where Bonds was getting his shit
No, that's
from.
where everyone.
Yeah.
That was the big like Conseco.
Oh my
drama.
god, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Jim's met him through
That's
filming and shit.
crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, Bill Romanowski's quoted.
Bill
Everyone.
Romanowski used to carry
Romo.
a fishing tackle box full of pills.
There's there in his book. I haven't read it, but I read excerpts and seen clips. He says that at the back of the plane and bus in his years that there was literally just buckets of like candy pills, and every player would just go that. It looked like Halloween except it was pills, and
Oh
you just
my
go there, grab a
God.
handful, and ride off to Monday.
That's crazy. Romanowski's wild. That
Wild.
dude. Yeah, linebacker. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, hell, he played for a while. He's gonna.
Yeah.
He's in the Hall, right? He's got to be.
If he's not, he's gonna be.
Yeah, he's a freak.
He was mostly a Raider.
Yeah, Raiders. yeah.
Broncos maybe.
It's because football doesn't back off of the steroid era the way baseball does.
Yeah,
No,
but they'll
they-
get you for weed though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how stupid is that?
They never even talk about steroids
yeah,
because they never
Yeah.
catch nobody.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
We
'Cause
talk
they're
about
not
this
trying.
too. Yeah, the NBA caught one dude that I'm aware of, which the argument, and I've made the argument myself, so I'm like arguing myself, where like steroids out of all sports would help you least in basketball.
Yeah.
And obviously steroids, there's a lot of different compounds and a lot of different things that
Yeah.
could help. Lance Armstrong, for example, because everyone thinks you're going to get jacked, and there's other compounds. But this dude Rashard Lewis was like a 3-point maniac, and then he got popped, I think, just for test, and then his numbers went way down afterwards, which you wouldn't think.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and maybe it was psychological, maybe it was team. He was getting
Yeah, yeah.
older. There's other factors, but his 3-point percentage was like high 30s or something, and then he got popped, and now he's just fucking throwing bricks.
Oh god.
Yeah, this was probably 10 years ago, but
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy though. I didn't know about all this. This is so funny.
no, yeah, there's a lot to unravel.
Do pro athletes get tested?
So it's kind of like
Which sport?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then how drastic, and then are they going to pop Michael Jordan for steroids, or are they going to sell jerseys and sell Budweiser contracts? You know?
That's what goes into like the if everyone's doing it, then I'll do it.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Michael
Because
Jordan's just an
if people
example.
really believe, if you just lose trust completely in that, then it's like, well, why not then? If as a fan, especially, like, oh well, everyone's taking steroids, like.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
hard
know.
because you don't know. There's so much behind the doors. There's so
Yeah.
much politics. There's so much money, and there's so much riding on the line. You really don't know. Everyone could be 100% clean or 100% dirty. What do we know? We really
minor
don't know.
leagues. A lot of people got popped.
Yeah,
A
and
lot.
you hear about it, but then it's interesting when you hear a minor leaguer because you're like, well, because then the business is kind of out of it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
no one
How about,
cares.
like, it becoming more popular in, say, like, gyms, like just
Steroids?
commercial gyms. Yeah.
I think it's been that way. It's just more known now.
Mm.
Because like the gym I grew up in, which Kyle's dad was a member of.
Yeah.
So my did I tell you that story? So my strength and conditioning coach I've had since 8th grade, and I just met Kyle 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
His dad was best friends with my strength and conditioning coach, and I never knew it.
Mhm.
To show you how
They were in the
small
military
Sacramento
together.
is.
Oh, yeah.
They're in the military together. I think
Right.
they played junior college
played
football.
Football. Yeah.
And then it sounds like they're still even good friends to this day. I go to that gym, and as a kid, I have no idea. I just think it's a bodybuilding gym, right? Because I'm in 8th grade. But then I start to become like a junior and senior, and I'm still going to the same gym. I'm like, dude, everyone in here's 330
Jacked.
pounds jacked.
Jacked.
They all are IFBBs from age 30 to even
But they compete.
Yeah, most of them
Yeah,
competed.
yeah.
Not all, but some were just bros. But a lot of them are ex-competitors. Some were, in their 50s and stuff like that. And you're just like, oh, fuck.
Monsters.
Yeah,
everyone
That's-
was a monster.
And it was a quote-unquote bodybuilding gym. But this was, I was in 7th grade in year 2000. So this was a long time ago. And still steroids were probably running rampant. I think some people out there got even popped for selling steroids out of the gym, et cetera, et cetera. So
Yeah.
I think it's been a thing. Yeah, I think it probably is more magnified now because of TikTok and social medias. You see how many people are on, or I definitely think people are probably getting on a little bit younger. But I remember being in high school and seeing other kids from other high schools. I'm like, oh damn, dude, they're on some shit I ain't on. Pro hormones or something's going crazy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Kids, I mean, I'm obviously very anti-kid taking anything. Like, there's just no rhyme or reason to do it.
Start fucking with hormones, man.
Yeah, I think once you're, 25 is a big maturity point for me, and every human's different, obviously. But
Yeah.
I remember specifically, and obviously my dad died the year before, so that plays a role. But for me, it was a big turning point in my mindset in life, and maybe that's why we rent cars when we're 25, but we can shoot guns and smoke cigarettes way before.
Yeah.
But 25 for me, if people want to make a decision to go on, whether you're competing or not, I don't care. Again, it is kind of, obviously it's federally illegal, so I don't advocate anything that I'm saying here, and this is not advice, but at 25, what you want to do in your life, you're going to do, regardless of what someone else says or does. But 25 is a pretty good age to hopefully make some responsible decisions.
25 is supposed to be the point that most people have reached their brain end of the growth phase of their brain development.
Yeah.
And they're done at that point. Not that you can't keep learning things, but your brain stops changing in a growth way. You start to die. Then is really what happens.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Next year, bro.
You're done living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
well,
year.
I have one more year
To live.
To live,
You have 1 year to
and then
live.
I'll start dying.
Yeah. Pretty much.
As soon as we're born, we start dying.
Yeah, but in this case.
No, as soon as you're born, that's a cake quote. I mean, someone else quoted it too, but it is in a song.
Yeah, I
Yep.
do know. I've heard of
Yeah.
it.
Just like the starting point, end point. There's your start point. You started. Now you're just going this way.
Yeah.
You can't go that
See, I
way.
don't know.
Yeah, there's no more fun to have either.
No,
You
dude.
start
It
at the
should be
top.
this way. It's this way, not this way.
You start at the top and then you just die.
No,
from
why are you
there.
at the top in the beginning?
Because you just start dying.
No, you're at the bottom in the beginning. You're going up.
What?
You're climbing
You
towards
got to change your mentality.
This doesn't.
That was good life coach shit. Take notes.
You can't start at the top.
I didn't understand
That's not
any
fair.
of
You
that.
haven't
That's
earned
really
a thing up here.
Yeah, that's really cocky of you.
You haven't earned anything from birth. You've earned a lot now.
I'm just saying I'm becoming less than I was when I was born.
Less of what?
I don't know. My being. What is starting here, or what is going up there? Like, what are we going towards?
Growth.
Enlightenment.
Learning.
Oh, but I thought
Becoming who you really are meant to be.
I thought we were talking about dying.
He just got deep. At first, I thought he was fucking with you, and then he just went in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
A little bit of both.
I don't know where he's taking it.
Before we go any further downhill, individually or collectively, we want to tie this one off.
Yeah, shout him out, Abby. Where can people find you?
On Instagram at avi.lieu and TikTok, I guess.
Avi.Lieu there too, right?
Yeah.
What about
Was
you?
it Lieu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lieu.
I can't spell that. I always spell it L-O-U.
There's
Or
no
L-E.
O.
L-O-U, like Labu. Like,
That's how you spell Lou.
There are so
that's
many.
true. That's true.
Louis.
You want to shout some shit out? What do you want?
Shout out on YouTube, Silent Mike 2Ks.
I think it might even be one.
Is it
I
1K on
think it's the
YouTube?
one place I got it.
Twitch is 2Ks.
Yeah.
All right.
Get it 1K there.
Silent Mike with 1K or 2Ks on YouTube, and then that's it.
I am at the Jim McD on all those social media,
Shout out my shit out.
except
Yeah.
YouTube, where I am the Jim McD 3SB because some motherfucker's been sitting on the Jim McD on YouTube since 2007 or
Let's
something.
bribe him.
Yeah, no,
I've
it's probably
tried.
dead. It's probably dead. You know, this is just an aside, but I've been like looking at Twitter recently, and I keep getting suggested people who follow me that I'm not following back, and so I look at them, and so many of them stopped posting in 2020, and I just wonder if they're dead. That's just my question.
Oh,
Possible.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. Anyway, this show is 50% facts, where percent is a word and 50 is just numbers. 50% facts is a Spreaker Prime podcast in association with iHeartMedia on the Obscure Celebrity Network. And we will be back to talk to you a little bit more on Friday.
Bye.